Good afternoon and welcome to Who's Who at Holy Cross Village. I'm your host Jody Meyer, and today I have with me Amanda Snyder. She's a CNA down in our assisted living area with the Schubert residents. Welcome to the show, Amanda.
Thank you, Jody.
So, as a CNA here at Holy Cross Village, what does your job entail?
As a CNA, assisting people with eating, dressing, showering sometimes, helping gather little things here and there, placing things, doing laundry, just a little bit of everything.
And I imagine during this time of COVID where the residents are not going down and having meals in the dining room, you're assisting in what, passing out meals and
Passing out drinks, passing out meals, opening different packages that are a struggle to open at times, setting things up.
So your job has changed a little bit during this
Yes.
period. Okay. What about your job, like during this COVID, do you miss doing? Are there things that you don't get to do because of this?
I miss having the extra time actually to spend a little extra time with the residents.
I agree. Yeah.
Because we're always rush now, and we don't have that extra couple minutes here and there to really get to know everyone.
Well, hopefully when this is all done, things will go back to normal and we'll get to have that personal time with our residents.
Yes.
So Amanda, you're a CNA. Have you, since high school, have you been a CNA? Has that been your...
Since I was 16, junior in high school.
Okay, and how did you go, like through high school classes? Did you take CNA classes?
Yes, I actually wanted to take childcare classes, and my mom was not willing to drive that half hour, and CNA classes were across the street, so she had me sign up.
Okay, and it's all history from there?
All history from there.
So CNA classes back then compared to what the students are taking now, is it similar or?
It's similar. They need to know more now.
Okay.
But what was nice about school is I got 6 months of the classes. Nowadays, you get maybe 3 weeks.
Okay, so it's a longer process, but you get it slowly and probably more in depth. Very good. So, and I don't know if did I ask you how long you've worked here? How many years?
6.5.
And prior to that, were you at a different facility or at the hospital?
I was at a different facility for 3 years, and I've actually only have worked at long-term facilities since becoming a CNA.
So, Holy Cross compared to the other facilities you've worked at, what makes us different and unique?
Well, for one, it's a much happier atmosphere. Even on bad days, it's a much happier. There is more one-on-one care time to provide. And the scenery is beautiful here compared to...
Now, I know when I first met you, you were working in our Quinn Memory Care, and you're now down here in assisted living. Have you worked mostly in assisted or skilled or what?
Mostly skilled and rehab, and actually memory care as well. So the last facility I worked at, I was mostly memory care, but I started with rehab and long-term. When I came here, I was going between long-term rehab and memory at the time before I went straight over to Quinn.
Okay. Well, tell us about yourself, your home, your family.
Well, I have 3 daughters that are really sassy nowadays.
Keep you busy.
I have a husband. We have an anniversary coming up next month.
Okay.
They keep me busy. We love traveling, which we really can't do right now with everything, but hopefully soon.
Yeah.
I have my mom, who is the one that really forced me and pretty much inspired me over the years, though, to be a CNA. And my grandparents nearby that I stop to make sure they're okay and help take care of them, too.
Oh, good. So are you from this area originally?
I'm actually from Knox, which is an hour from here. And I moved here 10 years ago.
Okay. Good. So you talk about your mom and your grandparents. Who would you say is the most influential person in your life, or who was?
That would actually be a toss-up between my mom and my grandma.
Okay.
Because my mom has helped me through a lot, but my grandmother, who is like a second mom to me, has really pushed me where I need to be in life. She's been the stern one when things are going bad and I'm having trouble. Well, just pick yourself up. There's nothing else you can do about it. Just pick yourself up, and this is all there is, and you have to do this.
Gave you the little nudge when you needed it.
Yep.
Yeah. I've asked that question to many of different staff, and there's a lot of staff that will say the strong figure in their life was either their mother or their grandmother. So must be something about strong women in this area.
Yes.
So in your spare time, what do you like to do?
When the kids let me to, I like to read. I like to listen to my music, but they don't agree on my taste in music. We love pool time. My kids were in a lot of sports, but those are kind of at an end right now too.
Yeah.
So other than that, I don't get too much free time. So those are usually my first picks.
Yeah. I know Amanda, and it's kind of her work time, it's kind of her free time, but when we were doing outings, we'd take an outing, we'd take the skilled residents or the memory care residents out, we always needed a CNA to go with us, and Amanda was always our first pick to go with us. Very helpful in getting the residents on the bus and transferred and stuff. So
I'm looking forward to those days again.
we are too. We're looking forward to outings. So Amanda, like, we're talking about different things of your life and stuff. What's on your bucket list? Like, what do you want to do before time is done?
I want to, this is going to sound crazy, I want to visit Australia, and I want to do something that's not necessarily the right thing to do, but I want to pet a koala bear.
Oh, is it against the law to pet a koala bear? Okay. Well, we won't broadcast that one.
I probably will never get to do that on my bucket list, but I originally wanted to bring a koala bear home and keep one. But just the baby.
Okay.
I don't know what I was going to do as I got older, but just the baby.
Give it to a zoo or something. So that kind of answered my next question. If you could go anywhere you'd want to go, that would probably be Australia or
Australia or Paris.
Paris, okay. Very fun. So years from now, when the students are opening up their textbooks and they're reading about this COVID virus, what would your advice be to them?
My advice would be to continue washing hands, continue doing everything to keep germs as clean as possible, because at any point our life can turn upside down, and but not to live in fear with it, to continue just living life, but just in a safer
environment.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, it's always good to remind our kids that's growing up, you're like, wash your hands, and now finally somebody's backing us on it, saying wash your hands.
Yeah.
Any special talents?
I can draw.
Really? So
Yes.
you're like, did you study it? Were you a good artist in school? Or?
I was a really good artist in school. I've actually drawn up some tattoos for some friends. And for when I was younger, I was actually going to pursue into being an artist. And my mom said I was going to starve to death doing that. So she pushed me into nursing instead.
Okay, well, maybe we can hone in on some of those artistic skills of yours with activities again when that starts up. So, well, Amanda, is there anything else you would like the people of Holy Cross Village to know about you?
No, I think that covers most of it.
Yeah, well, I thank you for your time here. If you get a chance when the facilities open back up again and things are more free around here, I encourage you to stop by and say hi to Amanda. She's a pleasure to work with. The residents all love her, as all of us staff do too. Thank you for joining us today, Amanda.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you for having me.
Take care.